Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks have a truly blessed and wonderful Tuesday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday, my National Day calendar holiday. Actually, in tonight's video, I'll have the overview for the entire month of September. I'll have that in tonight's video. Also tonight in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the last half of this week, the upcoming weekend, and on to the start of next week. Yes, thanks for that. Yeah, it was hot around here too. How are you doing tonight, Jessica? And how was your day today? So, without further ado, let's get things started here on this Tuesday night with as I open up my National Day calendar segment. And again, I sincerely hope you folks enjoyed your Labor Day holiday, and I hope you folks enjoyed your Labor Day weekend. So I'll rephrase it. So again, did you all enjoy your Labor Day holiday yesterday? And how about your holiday weekend? So I was starting to say in tonight's video that today actually felt more like a Monday, because of Labor Day holiday, which Labor Day was yesterday. So today, back to work, back to school as usual. And of course, here's my overview for the month of September. And of course, the first of the month was Sunday. Of course, I don't do Facebook Live videos on Sundays, and that's my one day of the entire week I do not do them. And of course, I did not feature in last night's video, so I'm going to go on and give you guys a description for the month of September in tonight's video, the background and history for the month of September. Of course, it is the 9th month of the year. So the 9th month of the calendar year ushers in a host of autumn-loving holidays beginning in the month of September. Before the Julian and Gregorian calendars, September was the 7th month of the Roman calendar called Septem, which means 7 in Latin. At the time, there were only 10 months. In 700 BC, Numa Pompilius added January and February to the calendar. This change more accurately reflected the length of a year on Earth. As a result, September became the 9th month on the calendar. While September sees a downtick in the number of outdoorsy days, that doesn't mean you can't get outside and enjoy the waning days of summer. September is the first month of fall in the northern hemisphere and the first month of spring in the southern hemisphere. Although fall officially begins later in the month. However, September's full moon while September sees a downtick in the number of outdoorsy days, that doesn't mean you can't get outside and enjoy the waning days of summer. September is the first month of fall in the northern hemisphere and the first month of spring in the southern hemisphere. September's full moon is appropriately named the harvest moon. However, the harvest moon occasionally lands in October because this full moon is so named. After all, it's the closest one to the autumnal equinox in September. When the harvest moon lands in October, September's full moon is called the corn moon. 2 lesser meteor showers occur in September. The first is the Augusts and the second is the Perseus, not to be confused with the Perseid meteor shower in August. So, the earth sign Virgo, represented by the goddess of wheat, and the air sign Libra, represented by the scales, or the zodiac signs for September. So, for those of you who have birthdays in September, you're either considered a Virgo or a Libra. Now, of course, right now, this is Virgo, September 3rd, so anyone born on September 3rd will be considered a Virgo. The aster blooms in purple, pink, red, and white. This fall flower blooms in September and attracts migrating butterflies. Another flower representing September births is the morning glory. It blooms all summer long and up to the first frost. Finally, glittery blue sapphires are September's birthstone. Here are 5 fast facts about September. Here are 5 fast facts about September. Number 1, if you were born in September, you might share a birthday with Herman Melville, Gloria Estefan, Keanu Reeves, Salma Hayek, Harry Connick Jr., Lance Armstrong, H.G. Wells, or Anne Burrell. So celebrate your September birthday by finding the holiday you share. Also, Wiz Khalifa. I'm trying to think. September is the only month with the same number of letters in its name and it as its numerical place on the calendar. Okay. Number 2, September is the only month with the same number of letters in its name as its numerical place on the calendar. Number 3, in 1752, the British switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar. The adjustment caused rioting. And the reason for that? The change caused the loss of 11 days between September 2nd and September 14th. They were probably all born between those dates too. Number 4, only one U.S. president was born in September, William Taft. And number 5, only one president was assassinated in September, William McKinley. And, of course, our nation was deeply saddened by a very major event that had taken place in the history of our nation exactly 23 years ago this month. So here's a little more info about September. Of course, you know that meteorological fall actually began this past Sunday, September 1st. And also, okay, here's a little more of what you should know about September. And we know it's more than just the popular song performed by Earth, Wind, and Fire. September is the 9th month of the year in the Gregorian calendar and interchangeably the 9th or 10th month in the less commonly used Julian calendar. In the modern Gregorian calendar, its length is 30 days. September in the Northern Hemisphere and March in the Southern Hemisphere are seasonally equivalent. In the Northern Hemisphere, the beginning of the meteorological autumn is on September 1st. In the Southern Hemisphere, the beginning of meteorological spring is on September 1st. September marks the beginning of the ecclesiastical year in the Eastern Orthodox Church. It is the start of the academic year in many countries of the Northern Hemisphere, in which children go back to school after the summer break, sometimes on the first day of the month. Some Libras and Virgos are born in September, with Virgos being born on September 1st to September 22nd, and Libras September 23rd through the end of the month. September, from the Latin word septem, meaning 7, was originally the 7th month in the oldest known Roman calendar, the calendar of Romulus, with March was the first month of the year until perhaps as late as 451 BC. After the calendar reform that added January and February to the beginning of the year, September became the 9th month but retained its name. It had 29 days until the Julian reform, which added a day. So presently, September has 30 days, and ancient Roman observances for September. So in the United States, September is one of the most common birth months, third most popular after July and August, which both have 31 days. as all but one of the top 10 most common birthdays are in September, based on the National Center of Health Statistics on births between 1994 and 2014. The most commonly birthday is September 9th, with the least common being September 1st. The September equinox takes place during this month, and certain observances are organized around it. It is the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere and the vernal or spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. The dates can vary between September 21st and September 24th. This year, the autumnal equinox in the northern hemisphere is on September 22nd. September is mostly in the 6th month of the astrological calendar in the first part of the 7th, which begins at the end of March or Aries. September's birthstone is the sapphire. The birth flowers are the forget-me-not, morning glory, and aster. The zodiac signs are Virgo until September 22nd and Libra September 23rd until the end of the month. So, month-long celebrations. September is Gynecologic Cancer Awareness Month, Leukemia and Lymphoma Awareness Month, Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month, Thyroid Cancer Awareness Month, National Suicide Prevention Month, and Vegetable Month. Also, September is known as Better Breakfast Month, Food Safety Education Month, National Childhood Obesity Awareness Month, Hydrocephalus Awareness Month, Pain Awareness Month, National Preparedness Month, National Prostate Health Month, National Sickle Cell Awareness Month, National Yoga Month. For food lovers, this month is known as National Bourbon Heritage Month, California Wine Month, National Chicken Month, National Honey Month, National Mushroom Month, National Italian Cheese Month, National Papaya Month, National Potato Month, National Rice Month, National Whole Grains Month, and also September is National Wild Rice Month. And of course, notable holidays include Labor Day, and of course, notable holidays in the United States include Labor Day, which of course, notable holidays include Labor Day. Of course, we all know that was yesterday, Monday, September 2nd. Grandparents' Day is the second Sunday in September. This year it's on September 8th. Patriot Day, of course, this year will mark the 23rd anniversary of the terror attacks on 9/11. So on next Wednesday, September 11th, we will all take a look back at the events that took place on September 11, 2001. That will be 20. So we are now 8 days away from the 23rd anniversary of the terror attacks on 9/11. And also, the first day of fall will take place later this month on Sunday, September 22nd. And also, sporting events is when the NFL is in sports, when Major League, and of course in sports, it is the final full month. It is the final month of Major League Baseball in its regular season. Of course, typically football regular season football gets in the full gear with regular seasons in both colleges and the pros. So the college football season has actually began around Labor Day weekend, which was this past weekend. And also, college football season begins both colleges and the pros. College football season has already started in the NFL season. National Football League season begins this Thursday, September 5th. Good evening to you, Trey. How are you doing? How was your day? And of course, one of the notable birthdays for September is former television talk show host Dr. Phil McGraw. And also another birthday that celebrates in September is famous actress and pop singer Beyonce Knowles. Beyonce has a September birthday. So those are a few things I thought I'd share to you guys about this month. Something to do at the start of each and every month. And of course, it's a couple days behind, because of the Labor Day holiday, because of September 1st was a Sunday, and of course yesterday was Labor Day. So that's the reason why tonight's video is being a little. That's the reason why the introduction of each month, there's something that I do at the first of each month naturally. And also September is the month when it's the first school month when schools are in session, with most having starting earlier, and this would traditionally be the day of the first day of school after their long holiday weekend. And here's tonight's list of national days. Of course, today was National Another Look Unlimited Day. Of course, this occurs each year on the day after Labor Day. National Another Look Unlimited Day on the day after Labor Day. National Another on the day after Labor Day. National Another Look Unlimited Day provides an opportunity for fall cleaning. Are you feeling green? Has stuff piled around? Are you feeling green? Has stuff piled up around the house in spring cleaning time? This observance is a day dedicated to taking a look around your home and ridding it of the excess things you have accumulated. Think spring cleaning meets fall cleaning. Of course, it should be done at least more than twice a year. It's time to clear out those closets, purge the attic, donate toys and clothes. Tidy up, clean up, and put to use those items that have a purpose. Before you decide to haul things to the trash, consider that many items have multiple uses. Repurposing an item that appears to be no longer useful can be quite satisfying. Need some creative inspiration? Check out Pinterest or Etsy. Savvy moms convert old cribs into useful arts and crafts centers, or use broken dressers as bookshelves or wine racks. Excuse me. Here's how to observe. When you no longer find your old items useful, others might. Your trash could be very. When you no longer find your old items useful, others might. Your trash could very well be someone else's treasure. So consider selling or donating it to someone who would give it new life. Here's how to observe. Find at least one item around the house to recycle, repurpose, donate, or sell. While you're looking for that one item, consider solutions to reducing the number of things you toss and minimizing how much you add to your households over time. Share your ideas and solutions too. Use hashtag Another Look Unlimited Day to post on social media. Of course, this day always takes place on the day after Labor Day. Of course, you know that Labor Day, of course, is the day we honor and celebrate workers, and the day of workers, and also the unofficial ending to summer. Of course, I know some of you may have spent the extended long holiday weekend by getting that one last dose of summer fun, especially for the kids, since it was a 3-day weekend for them. For some, they have taken nice long vacations, or have taken one last chance to take a summer vacation. For those of you that had not taken it earlier in the summer. So one last chance to take vacations, like take road trips take one last chance to take road trips if they hadn't done so all summer, with football season getting underway. So I know we're all looking for some football. And of course I did watch me some LSU football this past Sunday when they played against USC out in Vegas. Also, today was U.S. Bowling League Day. Each year on this day, bowlers across the United States recognize U.S. Bowling League. On this day, each year on this day, league bowlers across the United States recognize U.S. Bowling League Day. Primarily an outdoor sport until around 1840, the game was called nine pins. It was popular with gamblers. To snuff out the gambling, the state of Connecticut banned the game in 1841. As a result, the indoor lane owners added one pin to their alleys to circumvent the law. Clubs tried organizing and creating set rules. However, it wasn't until 1895 when the American clubs tried organizing and creating set rules. However, it wasn't until 1895 when the American Bowling Congress came together at Beethoven Hall in New York City. The American Bowling Congress established a maximum score of 300, which still stands today. They also determined other rules such as lane length, widths, and distances between pins. The term turkey describes when a bowler successfully throws 3 strikes in a row. Before the lanes became as slick and beautiful as they are today, getting consecutive strikes was difficult. Around the late 1800s, at Thanksgiving time, alleys and clubs would offer turkeys to players who bowled 3 strikes in a row. As the holiday neared, taking home a prize turkey after a fun night of bowling would sure top off the evening. It seems this may be the source of the term for achieving 3 strikes in the game. In one particularly rousing account from the 30th of November of 1894, the Standard Union out of Brooklyn, New York, suggested that the Lobster Bowling Club could have been mistaken for a college football game that had made such a ruckus. The two teams celebrated so much during their turkey contest that they carried it into the street. In the wee hours of the morning, 2 teammates carried the turkey dangling from a pole up the street as they all sang. The story never reported who won the turkey. Today, leagues of men, women, and mixed teams of all ages play in bowling competitions around the world. Weekly league bowling provides a fun time as well as great physical activity. So, here's how to observe. So, did y'all spend this Tuesday, day after Labor Day, by gathering your league and going bowling? If you're not a member of a league, just invite some friends. And also, you should get a turkey. So, bowling has many terms to describe consecutive strikes. Like the term turkey for 3 strikes, when the bowler achieves a perfect game by bowling 12 strikes in a row, it is called the Thanksgiving turkey. While many of the terms surround holiday food like turkey and ham, not all of them do. For example, 5 consecutive strikes might be called a Yahtzee, ham bone, brat, front string. For 5 consecutive strikes at the beginning of the game, sombrero or highball. Is bowling in decline? It depends on where you look. While league and alley members are declining, the sport is always evolving. Bowling alleys that keep pace with trends and demands of their community continue to survive and thrive. And yet, more than 67 million people bowl in the United States every year, according to Bowl.com. And also, today also was National Welsh Rarebit Day. So it's a popular food out of the UK. In case you guys have forgotten about Welsh Rarebit. So just make a... On this day, National Welsh Rarebit whips up a tasty and satisfying snack. A rarebit, it is a cheesy toast, was originally called rabbit in a tongue-in-cheek way in the Welsh language because there is no rabbit in the meal. Similar to mock turtle soup having no turtle in it, Welsh Rarebit does not contain rabbit. Instead, this dish is made with toast that has hot cheese poured over it. Over time, the dish became known as Welsh Rarebit, a nod to the inside joke. So that's part of my National Day Calendar segment here on this Tuesday, September 3rd. Now, for anyone famous, so here are the following artists that they have celebrated their birthdays on this day. Movie actor that on this day, September 3rd. Movie actor Jack Dylan Grazer today turns 21. Model Kaya Gerber turns 23. R&B singer August Alsina turns 32. Guitarist Adam Jones turns 22. TV actor Charlie Sheen today turns 59. Guitarist Christian Anthony turns 27. Young adult author Jeannie Han turns 44. Snowboarder Shaun White today turns 38. Rapper Rich Brian turns 35. Pop singer OMI turns 38. Those are some of the movie actor Garrett Hedlund today turns 40. DJ Envy turns 40 and DJ Envy turns 47. Rapper Conan today turns 35. And TV actress Kylie Alcantara today turns 22. For those of you that's in the entertainment world that have celebrated birthdays today, those are just a few I can name. Now let's see what your weather is looking like as we go forward. Now I do have rain chances in the forecast, but rain chances do not look excessively too high over the next few days. But we still have some comfortable and pleasant weather, pre-fall weather on the way for the next few days. And of course, today was another very warm, rather hot day for us earlier today with the mix of clouds and sunshine. And of course, it's been another day without rain, and I'll explain more exactly what the next few days will bring. Because I do have rain chances in the forecast to let you guys know exactly how much we could be receiving as we go into the next few days. Expect overnight lows in the mid to upper 60s in Arkansas under fair skies. It will be mostly cloudy along and south of I-20 with low to mid 70s. Winds will continue out of the northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few showers may pop up along I-30, but an easterly wave will spread over the Mississippi River tomorrow with a slight chance becoming likely by afternoon. Scattered showers and a few embedded thunderstorms. Scattered showers and a few embedded storms will become likely from Toledo Bend country up into northeast Louisiana associated with an easterly wave of moisture. Some amounts could be locally heavy in our parishes Wednesday afternoon. That's tomorrow. Your averages and records for this day. Tuesday, September 3rd. Normal high is 93. Normal low is 71. Record high is 109. Set on this date back in 2000. 57 is the record low set on this date back in 1974. Excuse me. And of course, we are not under any watches or warnings or anything like that. Now, of course, quite a few of us is receiving a few showers and storms, mostly confined in portions of southeast Oklahoma, and a portion of and a portion of west and southwest Arkansas, and also parts of central Texas, and also in a portion of central and northeast north central Texas is seeing a few showers and storms, and also in portions of central Texas And of course, it's seen another small cluster shower just in eastern Louisiana, east of Alexandria here on this Tuesday night. Now, of course, what you see on the regional radar, so portions of Texas have received quite a bit of downpours earlier today, including what I was just telling you about in portions of central Texas, especially west and south of the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area, and also in portion of north central and east Texas, and also coming southward towards the Houston, Galveston area along the Texas Gulf Coast into the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. So it's quite an active evening for some of us, for our folks across Texas on it Tuesday night. Also across portions of south and western Arkansas, and a couple of showers off the Louisiana Gulf Coast, as well as east central Louisiana and a portion of eastern Mississippi, and also along the portions of eastern Mississippi and western and southwestern Alabama. Also, a few showers being confined along the Florida Panhandle off the Florida Gulf Coast. So, proper beach destinations such as Destin and Panama City are could be receiving some downpours late on this Tuesday night, and also north of the Tampa St. Petersburg metro area, that's in western Florida. So some of this rain associated in parts of Texas could be headed our way tomorrow. And what is going to happen? And what is going to happen is that we're going to see a weak cold front coming through later this week, dropping out. So we're going to see the first of our cool. We're going to see a cold front coming through later this week, which will lower temperatures, and also nighttime lows will be pleasantly nice. I'll let you guys know exactly when we get into a cooler, drier, and pleasant weather pattern. And recap of today, Tuesday, September 3rd. So we've seen lots and tons. It's turned out to be. So we were dealing with the mainly cloud cover throughout this day. Also, but that did not prevent. So we actually topped it at 97 degrees earlier today in Shreveport. So we were holding on to mainly skies were generally mostly cloudy. We've had some sunshine, clouds and sunshine mixing out together. And also the humidity, so humidity levels were not too impressive, but it was still, rather very warm. It was still rather very warm day for us, despite clouds and very little sunshine. So, despite cloudiness with along a few peaks of sunshine, we did not get any rain today. So temperature outside on this Tuesday night is 84 degrees. Skies are cloudy. So temperature outside is 84 degrees with overcast skies. So skies are cloudy tonight. We have a northeast wind at 8 miles per hour. Humidity is 58%. Dew point is 68 degrees. That's what gives a feels like temperature. Heat index of 87 degrees. So it feels better. So with dew points in the upper 60s, it feels a little more comfortable, it doesn't feel all that uncomfortable outside for tonight. Barometric pressure is at 30.3 inches of mercury. 30.03 inches of mercury. That's what I meant. Now here's what could be on the way for the next few days. Showers and thunderstorms will increase across much of the region Wednesday. Brief heavy rainfall and gusty winds will be possible Wednesday, mainly south of the I-30 corridor with the strongest thunderstorms. Showers and thunderstorms will then redevelop again on Thursday, mainly along and south of the I-20 corridor. Dry weather then settles in Friday through early next week with no hazardous weather expected. Excessive heat expands across the western U.S. Excessive rainfall may bring flooding along the Gulf Coast. Excessive heat is forecast to impact the southwest U.S. through much of California and into coastal Oregon and Washington Wednesday and into this weekend. The potential for heavy to excessive rainfall will shift across the Gulf Coast from west to east Wednesday through Friday, where local flash flooding will be possible. And as of right now, we're still not seeing. Of course, we are exactly 1 week away from when the hurricane season reaches its peak. And as of right now in the tropics, we're not seeing any active systems. We are not seeing anything active in the tropics as of right now. So it's been going to 2 weeks now. We're not seeing any activity developing. But we could be watching for 2 potential tropical waves out in the waters of the Atlantic Ocean as well as the Gulf of Mexico. So keep you guys posted on those. So tonight we're expecting. So expect clouds to linger for tonight. However, a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm or two cannot be ruled out. As we bottom it at 74 degrees, so it's a little muggy outside, but not too muggy. So clouds being in place, temperatures will not get all that low tonight. So tonight our forecast low is expected to be 74 degrees with cloudy skies with maybe a slight chance of a shower, thunderstorm or two possible. Winds will be from the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour, chance rain 20%. Now tomorrow, going into your Wednesday, expect mainly cloudy skies with a few thunderstorms in parts of the area. So tomorrow, before you leave home for work or school, be sure not to forget those umbrellas, because we're looking at a chance of rain to increase mainly, especially during the afternoon hours generally. So tomorrow, now of course we made it to the mid to upper 90s today. So we made it at least into the mid 90s earlier today here in Shreveport. So tomorrow won't be quite as warm as today, but still, so normal highs 90. So cloud cover will keep temperatures just slightly below normal for this time of year. So that would be a sign of welcome news. So tomorrow will be mainly cloudy throughout the day with thunderstorms possible. It will be cloudy mainly throughout the day with thunderstorms in the area. In parts of the area, not everyone's going to get the rain. It would be like another chance of generally spotty thunderstorms. So with the high temperature 91 degrees, winds will be from the east-northeast at 8 miles per hour, chance of rain 40%. Now here's how things are setting up going into your Wednesday. Thinking that some of you have me thinking that today was Monday. We know with the Labor Day weekend, with the Labor Day weekend being yesterday, that's what made most people. That's what made today seem more like a Monday instead of Tuesday. So expect cloud cover to linger during the overnight hours tonight. We'll start out tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. with the temperature of 74 degrees, the skies remaining cloudy. And then we'll start to see, we'll have then skies will then become partly cloudy tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. with the temperature of 78 degrees. Then around noon tomorrow, we have mostly cloudy skies with the temperature of 85 degrees. And then skies will be cloudy tomorrow afternoon around 3 p.m. to the temperature of 91 degrees. They expect thunderstorms to occur tomorrow evening around 6 p.m. to the temperature of 87 degrees. And then clouds will linger tomorrow night at 9 p.m. to the temperature of 81 degrees. So it's going to be a rather warm and muggy day, but But cloud cover tomorrow. Clouds and a good in a decent chance of showers and thunderstorms should keep temperatures fairly close to or just slightly below normal. So we go from mid upper 90s today to lower 90s tomorrow. So normally we should be at 93 degrees. So we'll be just a couple degrees below normal. So I definitely take that. So and of course, your folks are definitely going to like what we have set up for the upcoming weekend. Now here's what the next 7 and 10 days have in store for us. After low temperature tonight of 74 degrees, the skies remaining cloudy. The temperature 74 degrees, with skies remaining overcast tonight. Temperature 74 degrees tomorrow. The skies will be mainly cloudy with thunderstorms in parts of the area, with a few thunderstorms here and there. But it won't be a total washout by any means. But we have the cloud cover around. So if I were you guys out, so remember not to leave home tomorrow without your umbrella. With the high of 91, low of 76, winds will be from the east northeast at 8 miles per hour. Chance of rain 40%. Also going to your Thursday, skies will be partly cloudy with it will be partly cloudy and humid with thunderstorms. With a few thunderstorms in the area, with a couple thunderstorms here and there in the area. Again, not everyone's going to get the rain, but we do have that. We do have that. So it would be partly cloudy and humid with a chance of a couple thunderstorms here or there possible. But it won't be for everyone. So some of us will get wet, while others of us will likely stay dry. With the high of 87, low of 74, winds will be from the east northeast at 8 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. And of course, on Friday we'll have one last wave of showers and thunderstorms occurring. We have mostly cloudy with a few thunderstorms, with the chance of thunderstorm or two possible. With the high of 92, low of 70, winds will be from the east southeast at 9 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Now, of course, that's going to be in advance of the weak cold front that's going to come through. That will lower. Not only will it lower humidity, that would not only that will lower the humidity, that will also lower temperatures by a few degrees. So, of course, you folks are definitely are looking forward to what I have in your forecast for Saturday. For the upcoming weekend is looking rather nice. It will be mostly sunny, pleasant, and less humid. So the upcoming weekend is looking to be rather nice and pleasant with mostly sunny skies. High of 88, low of 63. So it's been a while since we've seen temperatures that low. Winds will be from the east southeast at 12 miles per hour and no rain is expected. Sunday is looking nice and pleasant with lots of sunshine. High of 85, low of 60. Winds will be from the east southeast at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain not more than 10%. So mainly the upcoming weekend should be the best weekends we've had in a long time. So with milder temperatures, definitely looking forward to it. And then we start next week on a nice and pleasant note with lots of sunshine. High of 88, low of 61. Winds will be from the east southeast at 6 miles per hour. No rain is expected. And then nice weather continues going into your Tuesday with plenty of sunshine. High of 91, low of 63. Winds will be from the east southeast at 6 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. Looks like the stretch of nice weather will last into your Thursday. This will be for next Wednesday, September 11th. Next Wednesday, which is September 11th, with highs in the low 90s and no rain expected. Next Thursday, which is the 12th, we'll have highs in the low 90s with lots of sunshine and no rain expected. Looks like our next best chance of rain will happen a week from this Friday. This will be for next Friday, September 13th. We'll have a couple showers possible. Highs will be in the low 90s, chance of rain 30%. So definitely looking forward to. So we just have to get past the next 3 days first, and then we're finally in for a treat for some cooler, more pleasant and comfortable conditions, and look cooler, more comfortable, pleasant, and drier air. It's on the way. So definitely looking forward to what the weekend has in store for us. But first. But first we have get past. So we just have to get past the remainder of the week. Get past what's in our forecast for the rest of this week. So again, we have to deal with rain. We have to deal with humid and muggy conditions with near the slightly below normal temperatures. We have to deal with the humid and muggy conditions with rain chances in the forecast for the remainder of the week. So definitely as we go into the weekend. So the weekend is definitely looking nice. But first, first the next 2 days, each of the next few days will bring decent rain chances. But rain chances are not looking all that great. So that means that with chances of showers and storms, just like such has been the case within much of the past week, not everyone is going to get the rain at once, but do prepare yourselves for brief heavy rain events, such as what we've experienced at a time throughout the weekend. So tomorrow, of course, today we had a high temperature in the low in. We've had a high temperature low to mid 90s. We've had a high temperature in mid upper 90s earlier today, but because we have more cloud cover during the day, tomorrow won't be quite that warm. So we have a high temperature in the low 90s tomorrow. So each of the next 7 to 10 days we have high temperatures at or below normal. That's great. This is great to start off September. So we have highs in the low 90s tomorrow. We're in the mid to upper 80s for Thursday. Highs returning to low 90s for Friday, and then we'll be dealing with some much cooler and more pleasant weather for this weekend, with highs mainly in the mid to upper 80s for the entire weekend, that Saturday and Sunday, and plus the start of next week. Then we'll slowly see temperatures rising back into the low 90s by the time we get to this time next week, and highs returning to the low 90s. And now your rain chances. 40%. So 40% tomorrow, 30% both Thursday and Friday, and rain chances should be less than 10% beginning Saturday through mainly most of next week is looking rather. Most of next week is looking dry and pleasantly warm. So, but the rain chance. So we only should expect about half an inch of rain. That's closer to what we. That's a little bit above what we typically see within the first few days of September. So the heaviest of the rain will likely take place both tomorrow and Thursday, with the greatest rain chance. Again, 40% chance tomorrow, 30% both Thursday and Friday, and of course no rain expected for the entire week. So beginning once we get past Friday, you folks are definitely. Once we get past Friday, you folks are definitely going to. You folks are definitely going to. You folks are definitely going to love the being outdoors with the more pleasant, comfortable conditions that we have, with more pleasant temperatures. So we're looking at several days of nice, beautiful, comfortable, and pleasant weather. A preview of fall is on the way for the next few days. So definitely looking forward to it. Highs settling mostly in the mid to upper 80s, so low 90s. That's just near the slightly below normal. That's just typical for early September. So it is no surprise at all. It should be no surprise to us at all, since we'll have. So of course a preview of fall is on the way. It should be no surprise to us at all if we were to start off with overnight lows in the 50s. That's later this weekend. So definitely looking forward to that weekend. It will be one of the best weekends we've had in a while. So of course, so once again, we have highs in the low 90s tomorrow, mid to upper 80s for Thursday, returning to low 90s for Friday, and then we'll have settling into the mid to upper 80s for the weekend, to early next week, and highs return to low 90s by this time next week. And rain chances 40% tomorrow, 30% both Thursday and Friday, and absolutely no rain beginning Saturday through at least the start of next week. So we just have to get past the next few days. You just have to get past the next few days. So rain chances in through Friday, and then of course we're definitely going to be in for a treat. The nicest day, the nicest weather we've had since. So this upcoming weekend to early next week will be the coolest temperatures we've seen since the spring, since April or May. 50s could be possible later this weekend, especially Sunday and perhaps Monday. And of course, the upcoming NFL season begins in just a couple days from today. So we'll have the Thursday night at 7:20 p.m. on NBC. They have the Baltimore Ravens. So football is back. And week 1 of the 2024 NFL season begins this Thursday, September 5th, between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. This game will air Thursday night, 7:20 p.m. on NBC. And also Friday night at 7:15 p.m. on Peacock, it will be between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. So definitely football. And I'll have the remainder of your NFL schedule in my coming videos. And of course, I spent this evening telling you guys quite a bit of info. So maybe I'm just trying to catch up from the holiday weekend. But I have lots in store for you for this month. So in tomorrow night's video, along with my National Day Calendar segment, I'll have the very latest with the rain chances that will be in the forecast at the end of this week with warm and muggy conditions, and also some nice, comfortable and pleasant, and some nice weather, comfortable and drier, and much drier, comfortable and pleasant weather with cooler temperatures on the way for the upcoming weekend into the start of next week. It looks like our first taste of fall could be on the way later this weekend to next week. I have more with you guys on that. And this would just about wrap up with everything I want to talk to you guys about in tonight's video. And once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off here on this Tuesday night. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.